Welcome to The Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Alex Kozora. Speed kills, and in the Steelers' most successful seasons, they had a ton of it offensively. In the late 70s, Terry Bradshaw threw bombs to Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. Don't forget about Frank Lewis either, part of the Steelers' first two Super Bowl teams, who was an absolute track star. In 2005, they had Nate Washington, and Mike Wallace was the type of guy that put the fear of God in defensive coordinators. That type of speed is something missing on the roster right now. Deontay Johnson and James Washington, they aren't burners. Johnson's a rack threat, whereas Washington is an above-the-rim, take-the-ball-away-from-you kind of player. Chase Claypool's a physical freak, but even he isn't quite in that Washington-Wallace mold. So that's why Mike Tomlin, Kevin Colbert, and wide receivers coach Ike Hilliard attended Auburn's Pro Day Thursday. For this draft class, Auburn isn't like Clemson, Georgia, or Alabama, the latter I assume where Tomlin and Colbert will be heading next week. They aren't littered with top prospects. No Tiger will get selected in round 1, and there's a chance none are even picked on day 2. So why make the trip? There were 2 receivers to check out, Seth Williams and Anthony Schwartz. But I want to focus on Schwartz. A couple weeks ago, he confirmed he had a virtual meeting set up with the Steelers, signaling obvious interest, and for good reason. Nicknamed the Flash in college for being one of the game's fastest players, he clocked in with a 4.2640 yesterday. 4.26. And it translated to games on Saturday. Now let's make one thing clear. Schwartz isn't a great prospect. There's a reason why a guy that fast isn't being hyped as a top 50 pick. He has that rookie Mike Wallace thing going on right now, the one-trick pony, as Mike Tomlin would say. The dude didn't even return kicks or punts in college. How a guy who runs sub 4.3 not becoming his college starting return man is a mystery. But it means Pittsburgh is focused on one thing, speed. Their vertical attack last year, as you know, was poor. And Ben's arm isn't going to get any stronger. The best way to air it out might be to add as many fast guys as possible and have Roethlisberger take 3- and 5-step drops and chuck the ball as far as he can, letting a guy like Schwartz catch up to the football. Or even throw short screens and design flare-outs to get him into space, make one cut, and try to outrun everyone. Even if they draft Schwartz, he's not going to catch 100 balls, or even 50. But a couple of game-breaking plays on offense could be what the Steelers need. Pittsburgh could have just sent Hilliard to watch those receivers. They didn't. Tomlin and Colbert tagged along, likely to watch the fastest man in college football and get a vision of what serious wheels would look like in a Steelers offense searching for more big plays. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Dave Bryan every Tuesday and Friday.